size, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On first down, here's Aller. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
And 4 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Aller. Taysom Hill working free downfield. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down. A give now. It's Jones on the zone read. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throwing, Aller. This one caught at the 4. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Aller. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
A loss on the play.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Over before third down. From the gun here on third down, Aller. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
No, nothing like a short one for your first attempt of the year, right, Mike? I mean, talk about an easy one to break you in. Knocks it through, jogs off the field. That's a dream start.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First chance to show what they can do season. One play in, one quick first down.
First down, Falcons.
They'll go again with Robinson. Not much. Second and long.
Entering settings. Menu narration set to 100. Subtitle scales the volume of the menu narration.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 49-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
Penix's pass. Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
On the tackle.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Throwing is Aller. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. Back to throw is Aller. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. First and 10.
Gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Aller. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. The rookie from Penn State on target with that one. It leads to a first down. Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again, first and 10. Again, it is Aller. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and 1 at the 17-yard line.
So they have it second and 1. To the air again. Aller. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got third down and less than a yard. Throwing again, it's Aller. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Here's Aller now on second down. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Aller going to throw here on 3rd and 1. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He's ripped down at the end. Looked like a face mask indeed. The flags are thrown. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. This one's pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the 1st half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
It is 3rd and long. London brought in motion. Now Penix on 3rd and long. Again, working deep downfield. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and watch back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the first down. Takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your first foot down, drag the second. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done.
Fourth down, and here's Penix. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
Now the former midshipman, Eli Heidenreich. And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain.
No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
That's complete. It's Metcalf. They're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now Dowdle. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. And on 2nd down, here's Aller. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Dotson, the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. He's twisted down, and a late flag comes in. We're going to get a face mask added on here. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Not much. Second and long coming up.
Cameron Hayward on the tackle. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Dotson, the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You can see really why this offense has leaned on the ground game. I mean, can't you, Mike? I mean, the passing attack really needs somebody to provide a spark because they have not been able to get anything going here before the half.
On 3rd down, Penix. This one down the field, but will wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big 4th down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
On 1st and 10, here's Aller. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And he'll be taken down as time runs out, and we've come to the end of the first half of play. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now Robinson. Nothing. Met at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. Oh, the rush gets home, and down he goes. The decision to go for it backfires in a big way. They have turned it over on down.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on fourth down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
He'll manage only a couple. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 21-yard line.
That shotgun snap, back to Allen. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Third, they need 8. Out of the gun, Allen. And this is going to depend on the mark. Remember, it's where he beat. Mark him just short.
Well, just one of those plays. There's just nowhere to go with the ball. He decides to try to make a run for it and extend the play. But unfortunately, the defense had him accounted for as well. Gets what he can, gives himself up, brings up fourth down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on fourth down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd
and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Aller. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal. Dowdle will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Oh, that's what you call a statement drive right there, Mike. You've got the lead, second half of the ball game, and you can feel you're really starting to wear down this defense, and this is about as good as it gets. Long drive, and then you get down there tight, and you're able to punch it in on the ground and just continue to extend this lead.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point
From the shotgun, here's Allen. Flush to his right, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend the return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Penix. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of.
And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone first time today.
The kick is good. Makes the score Steelers 15, Falcons 7. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
On first down, here's Aller. Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The first down throw for Aller. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
That's two catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle it. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Aller to throw again.
13-yard line.
Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
Steelers first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Eli Heidenreich. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game.
So, Mike, when I played, we would sit in our goal line install meeting, and, you know, teams would try to come up with really creative ways to punch the ball across, but the simplest way I ever heard, I had a coach tell me that if every guy just tries to score with their man, we're going to end up with 6, and that's exactly the approach they took here.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are going to extend their lead. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
Take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Dotson, the man in motion. On first and 10, it's Penix. This is intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Allen. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
To throw on second down is Aller. Got a man open downfield. It's Bernard. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 35 yards.
23-yard line.
Come to the line now for first down and 10. Looking to throw is Aller. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
To the air again, Aller. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Aller now on third down. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
It's clear from that third down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on fourth down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive. That's just a really good drive here in the second half, and you understand what the situation calls for. You have the lead, second half, continue to control the clock, continue to convert and get fresh sets of downs, come away with points, and just try to continue to extend this lead.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
London brought in motion. They'll throw on first down with Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down. Slot man in motion right. Now Penix to throw on second down. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. And even 30 yards. London brought in motion. Throwing now, Penix on first down. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Up to the line, got some work to do now. It is second and long. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. On second down, Penix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
But it's third down.
London brought in motion. Penix on third down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. They send a receiver in motion left. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Look at him go. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, it's just a tough spot for a quarterback. Fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know you have to kind of force the ball downfield a little bit if you're going to have any chance of coming back. And the defense is just sitting back there saying, you know, throw it at us. Thank you. We'll take it. And they end up taking that one back for a touchdown. And it looks like it's celebration time right now on that sideline.
On for the extra point is Boswell. His kick is good, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Falcons 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
on second down. Here's Penix. He connects downfield to Dotson. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Penix and the Falcons will line it up and go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
Looking to throw. It's, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line. And down he goes.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Well, they at least had to try it, but the return team ready for it and secures possession. Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 35-yard line.
Second and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. Finding room to the 20. And he will score! Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. London brought in motion. From the gun, it's Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And And he'll be forced out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down. From the gun, here is Penix. That's to the rookie out of Georgia, Zachariah Brandt. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And a Falcon first down.
London brought in motion. Penix going to throw again. That one taken in by London. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Again, it's Penix. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
To throw again, it's Penix. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. Big play coming up. Third and goal.
Third down and goal.
Now Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw it with Penix. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's Aller now on 2nd down. That is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
At the 15-yard line.
Throwing is Penix. He's got it at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
39, Falcons 21.
And even with this one well out of reach, they will still try the onside kick. they at least had to try it, but the return team ready for it and secures possession. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. At shotgun snap, back to Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Second and long coming up. From the shotgun, here's Allen. Looking for the home run ball deep downfield. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Pitts is the man in motion. Here we go. One final play. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap.